What's up guys, how's it going? Daxel here with a review for Mulan that I just watched. I had to watch it in two parts. I saw it yesterday. It was pretty late. It was around 2 a.m. Couldn't finish it, not because it was late and I was tired, but because it was boring as fuck. And I finished it today. Before we get into the review, like this video, subscribe, and follow me on all social media. I'm gonna leave the link down below on the description. So yeah, talking about the movie, I don't know what happened with Disney. I don't know. With their live action remakes, they're not like knocking it out of the park. But if you're gonna do something and you're not gonna make it better, it's not worth the money. I don't recommend that you pay $30 for this. It's too much. It's like just Disney saying fuck you. We're gonna charge whatever you want because it's Disney, it's us, and you're gonna pay for it. It's not worth it because from the beginning, the first 5 minutes, you're already like, what the fuck? The CGI is bad. They use CGI light. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if the DOP was bad or the director. I don't know who screwed up there, but there was a lot of CGI light, which looks fake. Like, by its own CGI already looks fake, but we can accept it if it looks good, if it's done well, and it's seamless. Like, I always talk about Forrest Gump. That movie has a lot of CGI, but it's seamless because it helps build the story. It hides within what's already there on set. But if you're only gonna rely on CGI, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be believable. It's gonna take you out of the movie, and that's what I don't like. Also, the acting, it's pretty stale from everyone all around. That's better on some parts. I don't know. I think they just did one take, and that's it. What I feel happened is like these are Chinese actors, primarily Chinese actors, and I think they said learn this line in English, just repeat it. If you do that with any language that it's not your mother tongue, it's gonna come out and not believable, no emotion. That's what I feel happened with this movie. Like you don't believe the emotion. You know what they're saying. They may be saying something super sad, or it's a super sad scene, and you don't believe it. You don't hear it in their voice because maybe they have to like memorize the words in English, and that overlaps over the emotion of the scene. Also, the what's called the stunts sometimes are good. I don't mind wire work. Wire work, it's when you get wired and you do flips or you fight or you jump over something. That's fine. But if you use it and on top of that you put CGI on top of the wire work, it's gonna look bad. That's what I'm saying. In the first 5 minutes, they do this. They use CGI with wire work, and it's like putting a hat on a hat. That's the expression. Like you double down on the negative, and that shouldn't have been done. I don't know why they did that. Also, I'm gonna get more into spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers right now, go watch the movie and then come back. So yeah, Mulan has superpowers. Like not superpowers, but they call it chi. And I don't know. Every time someone mentions chi, I think of the movie Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't want to remember that name. I don't want to remember that movie in any way. That was a bad movie. Also bad work, bad CGI, bad wire work. Just this movie reminded me of that, and in a bad way. But I don't know. She has powers. She has a chi. From the beginning, you learn that she has like a special ability that she can use, and it makes her like strong, not stronger, but like more agile in battle. And that just destroys the character because in the original, Mulan is just it's just a woman. It's a young girl. Like I don't know how old is she, but I think she's a girl. She's not even 18 maybe. And she goes into this quest for honor and for respect and to protect her family and her dad. And she does it all just being a human, a woman, and no power, no extra help. Like Mushu is there to help her, but mostly there's no magic involved in that. He's a dragon, but he's not like making shit appear and disappear and making her fly and do what's it called, impossible feats of agility that wouldn't come with someone that just barely knows what war is. I don't know what happened. I don't know who decided this. I don't know who said came into the room and said, "Yeah, she must have powers because we need to change something and we can't do the same thing." This movie would have benefited from actually doing the same thing from the original. Maybe like do something more realistic, but the original story was already compelling. It was good. The music was amazing. They remade the original almost the same thing, but they removed every piece of emotion and heart and comedy that the original had. Like when when the messengers come into the village with the news that there's war coming and they need a man from every family to fight, like you feel it, you feel something bad is about to happen. The music, the tone, it's dark outside, and I don't know, in this one, they just come, you don't feel anything. It's probably the camera work too, it's not as good. Like, there's some shots and some camera movements that are not motivated by the story. They're just there because they look good. It looks like how I'm gonna describe this. It looks like a straight to DVD or straight to Disney Channel movie. You know those when you were a kid. When we were kids, there was a Disney Channel movies on Sunday and Saturday, and I think that's the effort that they put into this movie. They didn't went beyond that. Some scenes are well lit, but most of them look like very well lit. Like it looks like it's on a set. Like that's how good it is. It's so good, so well lit, so perfectly positioned that it looks like they're on a set. And the only scene I liked, like how it looked aesthetically, is the scene when they find the soldiers that were destroyed by I don't even remember the name of the bad guys in this movie. I'm gonna just call them the Uns because that's the original ones. Well, yeah, the bootleg Uns just kill a lot of soldiers, and they arrive there, and it's well lit. I like the colors. I like the saturation, the fire, the dead soldiers, and it looks good. It almost reminded me of 300 in a good way, like the aesthetic of 300. No one died. No one that you knew died there. So it just comes and goes pretty fast with no emotion, no impact, no nothing. In the first one, you see it, they're singing, they're happy, and then they come across this battle scene, the aftermath of battle, and they get like a like a wave of reality. And that's what this movie is lacking. Reality, like a gut punch, something that makes you go like, oh shit, this is war and this is like real stakes. And also something that I wanted to mention, they do it a lot throughout this movie, is just like cut the action. You see in a scene, Mulan is like going somewhere on a horse, and she grabs some stuff, and she's trying to go over there to stop the bad guys from destroying something, and you don't see her get there. It cuts, and she's already behind them, and no explanation, no how she got there. She had to go around. It would have taken a lot more time for her to get there, and she's like on a split second, she's already there. They do this a lot, like a lot of cuts, and you don't see the action. The thing that bothered me the most is when she puts on her dad's armor. You don't see that scene in the original. That's a pretty powerful scene. She decides to put on the suit and go to war, and it's pretty emotional. It's raining, it's dark, there's lightning, and there's the music. She's putting on the suit, she cuts her hair. It's pretty amazing. In this scene, they cut and she's already wearing the suit, and it's pretty uneventful, and that really bothered me. So if you want to see it, you can see it. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. If you want to see it just for like academical reasons, like to say you saw it, just go and watch it. You just don't expect greatness. I recommend just go watch the original one, and if you have kids and all that, just show them the original one, which is, I forgot the word, like more heart at the core of the movie. More lessons to be learned in the original one. Also, I think they did is she decides to reveal herself, and tell everyone that she's a girl, a woman. I'm calling her a girl because I'm sure she's not even 18 in this time. But yeah, she decides to reveal herself, and that's pretty like redundant. Like if you do that, you would have been killed. Like in this movie, I don't know, the way they handled everything, every situation, everything that happened in the first one happened, but the way they handled it, the way they went about doing everything, they were revealing everything, it was pretty, like, it was just bad choices all around. Lighting, CGI, story, characters. I don't know. There's nothing redeemable about this movie, and my heart goes to everyone that did work on this movie and really truly wanted to do a great job. Of course, it's very hard to do a movie. You don't have a saying on everything. Sometimes studios get involved, directors cut something, I don't know. But if you truly worked on this movie and you wanted to do a great job and you gave it your all, I applaud you. And for those who didn't, maybe you had a reason for it, maybe you were pressured, I don't know the story behind it, but I hope they learn from their mistakes, which doesn't seem to be the case with Disney. They just keep making worse and worse, and I just hope they learn from the mistakes, because right now they're relying on the name Disney, and just because you're Disney doesn't mean everything's good. You need to be good content, because right now you're pushing people away, and possibly new fans, new kids. There's new kids every day being born, and I don't know. That's my thoughts on the movie. I had a lot to say. I have a lot of thoughts about this. Some angry thoughts, because this is one of my favorite Disney movies, and actually my first crush. FBI, open up! Yeah, I don't like the way they handle everything. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you want to see more, subscribe, like this video, and follow me on social media. I'm gonna leave the links on the description down below. Have a great day.